Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas A&M Aggies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Bulldogs offense will have the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Trying to beat the D deep. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So Texas A&M's offense will take the field for the first time. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Cross. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Quick completion to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on second down. On target. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Aggie. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes the offense on second down. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a three-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this three-star offensive lineman who's very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
Pulls and fires complete. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he'll be brought down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Mississippi State right back to the line. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to... Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. Texas A&M back to work with another first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. Wants to throw again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Walters. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll go right back to him. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. The Aggies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. Turning it on! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Good timing on the quick out. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Aggies racing to the line in a hurry-up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. A 3rd and long here. They can pick up the 1st down without getting the touchdown. The run to the left. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Smashes in between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Unloads it left. He's got it. There he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Defense didn't have the personnel it needed. They call a timeout. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. Wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's going to lose a yard on that one. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. He wants it all. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. USC is currently working from behind, but in front of a packed Coliseum, anything is possible. That fight song, those uniforms, momentum can change quickly.
Complete to start this drive.
They're trailing by 11 to Ohio State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They'll snap it with a minute to play here in the opening stanza. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Snagged in the middle. It's Walter. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
That's good for Fighting Texas Aggie.
Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Trying to get it in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Gets it out quickly. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
He'll keep it himself. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Got it behind the line. It's Walters. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Snap from the gun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Zings it complete to the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hardy.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there...
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Texas A&M going quickly.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down. And how about this confidence in their field goal kicker? They're going to pat him on the butt and say, go give us 3, big fella. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Gonna let it fly. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Gets away from one, finds room. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. They'll run it from the gun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Aggies headed quickly to the line.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Touch pass on the right. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Aggies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He makes a grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Aggie. No midseason doldrums for these guys. push out the lead in Week 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. USC is down right now, but this lead is not insurmountable. This is a program that's produced Keyshawn Johnson and Lynn Swan, so big playmaking is always a possibility. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Ohio State.
Blasted as he lets it go.
Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Running to Green. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Punt team makes its way onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Gives it on the option. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Gets the back moving. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on 1 time in that loss last week. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Selvia. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Mississippi State right back to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. A strike downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fires to the middle. It's complete. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a 1st down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. It's caught. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Hardy. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a 1st down. No huddle offense to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. To the air on 2nd down. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. He splits the uprights.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field, trying to set the tone with the run. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Off-play action on first down. Got his man. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. Try and play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Aggies. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, running back gets the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Hardy. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll go back to work on offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Walters. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
That's good for a Fighting Texas Aggie.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Quarterback on the keeper. And he gets nothing, and this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right. Out of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He'll take the deep shot. And incomplete on the deep ball. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Got his man downfield. There he goes to the left. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Rutgers is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by 9 to UCLA.
Pressure coming.
We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. He lets it fly. He's got it down the left. Turning it on. The 20. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Ivory. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A&M comes back out with another first down. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
That's good for a fighting Texas Aggie.
Makes the catch. It's Chadwick. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the shotgun, the inside give. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the RPO, complete. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll move the wide receiver. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's going to run it. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Handoff from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Ivory. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Direct snap. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. Motion from the wideout. Trying to pound it in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of gap.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback tonight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Rides the back on the option to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wants to fire on second down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. It'll be third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They boot it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Walters. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man on the right. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. They want that clock to run. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, he'll throw it. With the catch, it's Chadwick. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Aggies come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's got it down the right side. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now on the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. Just complete and utter dominance, and this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another